Hey guys, how you doing? Hope everyone's healthy. My name's Ali. Welcome to my channel, Art of Man's Life. Part of my life is messing with Lego. I thought I'd create something, a video a little bit different to what I've done usually, which is showing a building or showing my city and stories, whatever. I thought I'll address a topic which I think a lot of us new and old Lego fans can really relate to at this particular moment in time, and that is trying to keep on top of our passion without getting poor. Because at the end of the day, let's face it, Lego is expensive. It's a premium quality luxury toy at the end of the day, and one of the benefits I think of the pandemic that we've had is the recent slew of new Lego fans, especially adult Lego fans. With all this time at home during lockdowns, Lego became a conduit for us to for our mental health, our mental well-being, and also with our families and our kids, another way to bond with them while they've been homeschooled as well. I mean, for me, especially, the bonding, creative times I've had with my son is just out of this world. We're building together, we're doing videos together, we're creating stories together, we're flexing our creative juices. It's amazing, it's great. But the downside of it is Lego actually know that there's been a lot of adult fans. They've acknowledged this with their 18+ brand. And with all these big exclusive sets that are coming out thick and fast, a few £100 a pop, they know it, and they know how to feed our addiction. And let's face it, a part of it is an addiction. It is certainly for me. So I thought I'd share some of my tips on how to, and I hope that this will be a start of a series of tips. But to begin with, these tips are more to how to enjoy our passion of Lego, but also not have any detrimental effects, especially to our money, to our lives outside of Lego, and to keep things, still at a sane level, shall we say. So I hope you enjoy these following tips, and please share yours and let me know if I'm on the money of any of them, if there's anything else you can think of, or if I'm totally out there. So tip number one, what I did really at the start was to make some rules for my Lego addiction and my Lego hobby. And I think this is it's applicable for any hobby that we have. And particularly with Lego, I drew the line to say, okay, I really only want to purchase Lego sets and items that are only going to be contributing to the construction of my city. So that means, your big display items, like the grand piano, the Nintendo Entertainment System that came out, the Batwing, and the big UCS things, all those big display items. I said no, I'm not going to get those, even though I absolutely think they're amazing. And there's a couple of reasons for that. One is obviously the cost, because they're a lot of money for one of those display items, and also space. Where do you put them? So a combination of both. You can't get everything as well, and so we made a decision that, hey, if we're gonna buy Lego, whatever sets we get, there must be a way to be able to either use the parts or use that set somehow into the construction of our city layout. The only time I break that rule is if there's something specific for my son, and that's usually for his birthdays or a special treat, that, hey, if there's something that he wants that is not related to the city, absolutely, I'll get that for him. At the end of the day, I'm hijacking his toy. let's get that clear. So make some rules for your hobby, so whatever that may be for you. Tip number two is, especially if you're a Lego modular fan like I am, and a city builder like me, it's sometimes we have this fear of missing out, and in the past there's been so many cool sets, that we didn't even know about. Sometimes we didn't even existed, and as we became new fans, we realized, oh wow, that's an amazing set. See behind me, I was really lucky that I got the Ninjago City and Docks, and I can't wait to get the gardens to connect that. But I know quite a few people who didn't have the Ninjago City, and they're trying to get it, secondhand, and the prices are through the roof. And some of the module buildings like the Green Grocer or Brick Bank, even I was looking at them and I thought, wow, the costs are like 3-4 times in the original price. So let's think of what I try to do instead of buying all that stuff was to the old second-hand ones, because it just wasn't in my budget, was look at alternatives to that. So for me, it's I look at either trying to build it myself, through spare parts that I have. Pick a brick in Lego is great to get a stash of bricks and parts for it. Bricklink is great to get way to source some of the parts. And experiment with the color. It's not necessarily you have to get the right color, exact color to what the set was. For example, I really wanted the Palace Cinema set. I thought it was a beautiful set, but it was way out of my budget. So I decided, okay, let me take that inspiration and then make my own, which you can see here. And I changed some of the bricks, I changed some of the little bit of design, but the main essence was there. And that was a hell of a lot cheaper to do that than trying to find a secondhand set. And I think it adds a little bit more character to your city as well. So there is always an alternative to retired sets. Very rarely do Lego re-release sets. They may do with Ninjago City, who knows? But with Lego being Lego, there's going to be new sets coming out that are going to be just as awesome. And in terms of the smaller sets, especially the toy sets, we all know Lego will always re-release an updated model of an X-Wing or a TIE Fighter or a Ninjago Dragon. They'll always re-release them every year because they're big sellers. So don't get too hooked up on trying to find an old set that's long gone, because because of the budget, and the cost. And tip number 3, again touching on this subject of FOMO, of fear of missing out. It started this year. There's so many great sets that have just been released. You've got the Police Modular, you've got the Ninjago Gardens. Diagon Alley just came out last year as well. Sesame Street. Oh, I could go on how many sets I haven't got yet. The only one I ordered so far was the police station modular building. And I really want to get everything else at the same time, but then I realized, well, hang on, we can wait. Usually most Lego sets, stay around for at least a year. So it's best probably just spread out your purchases over the year. I know patience is a virtue, I know, and we're all kids inside and we want it now, but really you're going to thank yourself. And especially some of these, some of these sets, especially the Lego City line or the Ninjago line or the Marvel Superheroes line, a lot of those sets usually get discounted off the original retail price on sites like Amazon or Argos or Smith's, Smith Toys if you're in the UK. And so sometimes it's best to wait, during the summer holidays when they have promotions on, or even Christmas time, they have discounted. So wait, be patient. They're going to be there. They're not going to go anywhere. And if something's out of stock, they'll make sure it gets back into stock until it gets officially retired. It's always going to be around. So let's try and curb our FOMO a little bit more. So I hope those little tips help. Please share me yours, and because I need more for sure. And we're in this together. Not just from a world health kind of view at the moment with the pandemic. We got this. But also, this Lego community I've found each and every day. You guys are absolutely awesome. It's so much fun being a part of this community. And I made so many great friends. So let's keep building, let's keep being creative, and let's keep enjoying our passions without going insane. All right, till next time, and take care of yourself, stay healthy, peace and love.